Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kerry Sullivan, and today I'm coming at you guys with a story. Over the weekend, I was really privileged to hear Mr. Bowden speak. And if you guys don't know who Bobby Bowden is, he is a football coach, and he's been a football coach for the last 47 years. He actually just stopped being a coach, but he has had massive success. If you look at his resume, it's really impressive, and he had most of that success while he was at Florida State coaching. And he talks about the story when he went into Florida State in 1976, and he'd been brought into Florida State because they were getting thumped every year in football pretty consistently, and so they brought him in to change things and turn things around. And so he gets to Florida State, and he is left with a decision. And the decision is, do I go with the old players that have been here for a while, you know, the juniors and seniors, or do I start bringing in the youth and really start developing my team that way through the freshmen and the sophomores? So he gets in there in that first season, he says, you know what? I'm going to go with the seniors and juniors. You know, they've been here, they've paid their dues, so, you know, I'm going to go with them. So he decides to go with those players. So they go in there and they start losing, they lose the first 6 games in a row. And they're losing some close games. You know, they get to the fourth quarter, be winning, and they find a way to lose or whatever that may be. And things are looking dire. And he tells a story that one day before one of his big games, he had a bunch of tickets, and he, as the head football coach there, he was given 10 tickets, and he could give them to whoever he wanted. So, you know, he gives some to his family, his kids, whatever at the time. And you know, a lot of people didn't want the tickets. You know, he tried to give them to his neighbors, and the neighbors were like, I don't want the tickets. I don't want to see Florida State play. And so he goes, okay, I'm gonna go get a haircut. And so he goes to get this haircut. He goes, I got 2 extra tickets. So he takes the 2 extra tickets and he sticks them in his windshield. He's just like, you know, this will be great. This will be a present for someone. Someone will walk by and be like, all right, I get free tickets for the game. This will be great. And so he goes in, gets a haircut, comes out an hour later, and there's 6 other tickets in his windshield. So things at the time were kind of dire. No one wanted to see Florida State play. And he sits down with his coaching staff. He goes, you know what, guys? He goes, we can't go with these senior players. They don't believe they can win. They've just been so used to losing over the years that they don't believe they can win. That's why we get to these situations, fourth quarter, we're up and we lose. He goes, I'm going with the youth. So he starts putting in a lot more freshman players, a lot more sophomore players, and you know, he's starting something like 8 true freshmen in the next game. And they started to turn that season around, and I believe they ended up going like 7-6 or something like that year. So they just barely got a winning record, and things started to turn around. And he points out to him that was a huge turning point, because 4 years later they actually won their first national championship. And the reason was, he says, it was basically we started having the belief and having the culture within our football program that we were going to win. And so I thought that was a great story, and one that you can use, and I can definitely use in expectancy and really developing and believing that you can win, because belief is everything. So that's it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and rock on. If you like this, feel free to pass it around. You got comments, make them below, and that's all I got for you guys. Bye-bye.